officially spring. I'm going to go to my romances, obviously. There's a correlation between blue books and 5 stars with me. You're the one I want, you are the one I want. Okay, might have shot myself in the foot here. Hi guys, it's Rachel and welcome back to another video, and we are already back with another monthly TBR. How? And I just want to preface it, obviously it's April's TBR. March was not my reading month and we're just going to forget that it happened. I had like a really strong beginning of the year. I thought I was going to like conquer like all my goals like consistently throughout the year. And then I dipped in February with a little bit of a reading slump, and I dipped in March again with just like not spending enough time reading to tick off all my books on my TBR. So we're just gonna forget about that happening, and we're going to go into April with a fresh start. It's officially spring. I am feeling good. The sun is shining. I am hoping for good things in April. And as per the last, I want to say 2 years, potentially 3, April is the return of prompt to prompt. If you're new around here and you don't know what prompt to prompt is, because I feel like I get a lot of new viewers on my TBRs, let me quickly explain. Prompt to prompt is basically reading as I go, like a pay-as-you-go system. And basically that means I will pull a prompt, read a book, finish that book, pull another prompt, read that book, etc, etc, across the entire month of April, and I weekly vlog my entire experience, pulling all the prompts and reading all the books associated with those prompts. Instead of making this video really short and just pulling out one prompt and saying, okay, that's the way we're going to go, we're going to discover the first books I'm going to read in April, which will be featured in the first weekly reading vlog of April. We're going to find that book out by doing a scavenger hunt. Now, I've done one of these before, but it never saw the light of day because I didn't end up liking the book that got picked, and I DNF'd it, and I just scrapped the entire vlog. So this is take 2 of scavenger hunt for me, but take 1 for all of you guys. So we're going to do the scavenger hunt today. These questions are based off Riley Marie's scavenger hunt that she does, but with a little bit of a tweak here and there. So we're going to see what the first book of April is going to be, and then if you want to know about all the other books I read in April, you'll have to subscribe and follow along on my weekly vlogs. I've just realised this is the first time I'm doing prompt to prompt in this way across the month, with the addition of a spinner wheel, so that could be really interesting and make some really chaotic weekly reading vlogs. So I don't think you're going to want to miss them. But without further ado, let's hop into the scavenger hunt. So let's go, I'm excited. The first prompt for the scavenger hunt is to find a 5-star book that you rated and then recommend a book similar to that. But I'm not doing that because that's how I started the last scavenger hunt. This time we're going with my most recently hauled book, and for that I have read it, so I think it just kind of like makes sense. I didn't rate it that highly, but I hauled it and I've read it, so 1 second. And that book is So Thrilled For You by Holly Bourne. I wanted to give this book 5 stars. It's basically a mix between Olive, my favourite book of all time, 4 friends trying to figure out life as they all enter kind of like different stages of motherhood, wanting children, can't conceive children, etc, etc, with a twist of a baby shower going wrong and a fire ending up ablazing the entire house and who's at fault. But it wasn't my vibe, unfortunately. So this is the book we're going to start with. It is a recent read, it's a recent haul. So the next prompt is to count the number of letters in the title and then go to a random spot on your shelf and then count the number of books. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 letters in this title. So I'm going to go to my romances, obviously. So let's start. I think I did this last time. I'm going to start with Matthew Perry's Face because why not? Let me just move down a little bit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, solid choice. This is a 5-star book for me. This is The Heartbreak House Share by Emily Merrill. I absolutely adore this book. Once again, it's a book about friends figuring out their lives, but at a bit of a younger age. They've all just finished university, they're all just trying to figure out jobs, and they house share, and it's just a lot of fun with fake dating and friendship, and I just really enjoy this book. This has been tabbed up and written in as part of my Forever collection. So the next prompt is, look at the cover and find a book with a similar vibe. Okay, I think that's going to be quite easy because it's very much your typical rom-com-y sort of book cover, cartoon style, bright colours, preferably another blue book. So let's see what we have. I was going to say maybe Head Over Heels, but those cartoon characters don't have any faces, whereas Heartbreak House Share has faces on the cartoon people. So maybe not that one. Maybe like The Lucky Escape. No, Cross the line, maybe? No. To be fair, it might have to... Ooh. I think that might work. We're going to go for The Love Square by Laura Jane Williams, another 5-star of mine. There's a correlation between blue books and 5 stars with me. But The Love Square is another 5 stars from me. I absolutely adore this book. Once again, it's about a woman figuring out her life. There's definitely a theme going on. Yeah, she ends up kind of ending her relationship very kind of like abruptly, so she ends up just taking some time away to the countryside, and she just starts discovering herself. There's kind of conversations on monogamy and polyamorous in this book as well. I just really enjoyed our main character Penny. So this is kind of like the most similar because you've got 4 people on the cover, they're all cartoon characters. The title of the book's bang in the middle, and you have the 4 kind of characters surrounding the title. It kind of like looks very similar when you start actually describing what the book cover looks like. So this is a very different scavenger hunt to the one before. So reverse the page count of the book and find another one with a similar page count. My god, okay. This page count is without... Oh, it goes right to the end. Without the acknowledgements, it's 330. So reverse it, it's like 33 pages. Let's maybe do with the acknowledgements. I think that might be a bit easier. With the acknowledgements is 337, so 733. 733. I don't think there's going to be a book that big. I feel like I did this one last time at 684. Which is going to be my biggest book. I don't think the total will end up being like 700 pages. And that's like 500. I think I'm just going to have to go for this one because it's the biggest one. Like the closest number I'm going to get to the 730 something. So the next prompt is find a book with similar book tropes. I can't remember what specific book tropes are in this book, but the first one, The Conception, is very much like Runaway Bride and Love Triangle, and I feel like because most of my books on my bookcases are romances, it might be worth trying to go down the Love Triangle route, but I'm not sure. Oh, I know exactly what book I'm going to go actually. We're going to go for You're the One I Want, You Are the One I Want. Another blue book. This is Jim Fletcher's, one of her standalone books, and this isn't like a proper like, or we could go another blue book. The ones we fell in love with, because this is about one guy and 3 sisters. Or we could go down 2 best friends, 1 woman getting married to one of the best friends and the other best friend feeling left out. Let's go for this one. I feel like it's more similar to the Kiss of Deception vibes of like the prince assassin and the princess. And this is Maddie, Ben and Rob. I believe it's Rob waiting for her at the altar, but Maddie's heart has always been kind of like connected to Ben. So let's go for this one because it's kind of given me same sort of vibes as the Kiss of Deception series. So what's the next prompt? Find a book with the same colour combinations as the current one, so blues and pinks. Sticking with the blue theme, blues and pinks. We could go for a Lindsay Kelk of Love Me Do. This is the ARC version, but it's very much like pinks and blues, potentially. What about like the Love Hypothesis? Kind of. I feel like they're quite similar. Potentially. I'm going to keep this one out as a potential. Or the Burnout, to be fair. Like colour blocking in terms of pinks and blues. I think that's more on the lines because you've got the pink at the bottom, whereas you've got the pink at the top. So potentially that one as well. Let's see if we've got any others. The only other one I can think of is like Heartstopper, but I don't think that's going to work. Yeah, let's go for The Burnout by Sophie Kinsella. Another solid contemporary romance read from me. Absolutely adore this one. I think I gave this one like a 4-star. Basically about work burnout and running away and just trying to figure out your life, and like work isn't everything, and I really enjoyed it. Read the first sentence and find a book with any word from that sentence in the title of your next book. So that's read the first sentence, okay. Read the first sentence. It's not the emails that make me panic. Okay, so we've got it's the emails that make. Okay, make potentially. Have I got any books that have the word make in? Or like it's. I feel like that's the only other one that I could potentially, that. Or me. I could maybe do me. You can't even see me. I could also do me. But once again, I don't think I can find a book with me. Me. It's not. I think I'm gonna have to go really basic and go for the. So it's not the emails, the. Because then we've got like the Love Hypothesis, and we've got like the Dead Romantics, the Bride Test. We've got like a lot of like books beginning with the. We could even go fantasy and do like the Bone Season. Let's do that actually. Let's switch up the genre and do the Bone Season by Samantha Shannon for the next prompt. So although we had to take a very, very simple word from that sentence, it wasn't a very long sentence anyway. This is a book series I don't read about very much because I adore this series. It's one of the first series I ever read when I first got into reading, and I was so excited for the entire series. And Samantha Shannon has taken her time with it, which is absolutely fine, but I don't want to be one of those people who have to keep rereading every single book when a new one comes out. So I do believe Dark Mirror, the 5th one, has just come out. I only have up to The Mask Falling because I love these original covers, but I have just found out from Steph Loves, so I don't know if this is 100% true or not, but I do trust her, that the reason they've redesigned the covers is because Samantha Shannon has rewritten the books. But I don't want to get rid of my original copies, but I will have to recollect them all to reread the new stories or the new words that she's put into the first like few books. So I don't know what to do, but the series isn't complete yet, which is why I'm not going to read them for the time being, because I want to wait for the entire series to come out. But go to the acknowledgements and find a book by the author with the same name. Okay, this might have shot myself in the foot here. Do we have an acknowledgements? Surely. Oh wow. Oh. Okay, here are the acknowledgements. David? No. Katie, Jude, Amanda, Oliver, Eleanor, George, Nancy, Chloe. I don't own a Chloe Walsh book. No, I don't own a Chloe Walsh book. David again. Will? No. Jonathan, Andy, Neil, Emma Gannon. I was like, I know an Emma. Okay. Emma Gannon. Thank you, Samantha Shannon. Emma Gannon. Where has Olive gone? Oh, she's all the way down here now. Had to recently rearrange my bookcases to reconfigure all my books. Emma Gannon. Olive. This is my favourite book of all time, so I'm so glad she's appeared. I have reread this book 4 times now, and it keeps getting better. Look at the cover and find a book with a similar looking cover. I feel like we've just done this, but this is a very simple adjust the text with a very simple kind of illustration on it. Can we go to like my fantasies again? I feel like that's quite similar. The Kiss of Deception. I know we've done the last one, but a girl with just the text, so potentially that one. Oh, or we could also go, I'm just trying to think like a woman on the cover with just the text, and grown because also yellow could potentially work, so maybe we should go for this one. There's so many books everywhere right now. We're almost at the end. Add your birth month and date together, so 12 plus 6, kind of 12th of June. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Turn to that page and find a book with that word in the title, and that's the book that you have to read. So page 18. So this is great. It's a chapter starter. It's the start of a chapter, so we have less words to go for. I have to try and find a book now on my physical TBR that has one of these words in the title. And I do want it to be for my physical TBR as well, because I have slacked on reading my physical TBR this year. I'm just so obsessed with my Kindle. It's just so much easier reading on my Kindle. So yeah, add your birth date and together and add them up. Turn to that page and find a book with that word in the title. Okay. Cheek, butt. This is not sexy by the way either. Theatre, turns, direction, entourage, dozen, people, potentially people. Have cat, person, cat lady. And the thing is, I'm dwindling down my physical TBR so much I don't even have that many options. They, do we have a they? Head? Hello? No. Stranger, audience, invisible. Oh, ook, ew. Okay, the first. I didn't want this to be the book, but it looks like it could potentially be the only option. The sentence is, they don't even notice me take the stage. I'm invisible. The Invisible Library. So this could potentially be the first book of April. Not a very like spring summary book, but one that I do want to get off my TBR. One Spy, One Dangerous Book, One Deadly Mission. It sounds intriguing, and I was going to unhaul this, and then I saw someone talk about it, and they raved about it quite a lot. It's Irene, who's a professional spy for a mysterious library which harvests fictions from different realities. Like, it sounds really interesting. And along with her assistant Kai, she's posted to an alternate London their mission to retrieve a dangerous book. But when they arrive, it's already been stolen, and London's underground fractions seem prepared to fight to the very death to find her book. It just sounds interesting. So if I can't find any other book, People, Bright Young Woman, no. Like Head, maybe, Written in the Stars, Hang the Moon, Betting on You, The Rule Book. I think it's gonna have to be The Invisible Library, which is like good because I want to get it off my TBR, but yeah, I think that's gonna be the book. So kind of thank you Grown by Tiffany D. Jackson for that one, but this is the first book we're going to be reading in April, so if you do want to find out all my thoughts and if it's actually a good book or not, the text actually daunts me. It's tiny. It's tiny, why is it so small? M.K. Jemison has written on the back, I absolutely love this, flavoured with truly unique mythology and a dash of the eccentric. So, like, I'm going in with this with no expectations, also on the expectation that I might not enjoy it. So I have quite low expectations on this, but also I say none to low. So it'll be interesting to definitely give it a go. I'm really intrigued. And this is the first book and it matches my outfit. So it was meant to be. Everything's always meant to be. So this is the first book on my April TBR. I really hope you enjoyed this little like random, different TBR picking, but obviously I'm going to be picking as usual with my prompt jar. Couldn't find it. With my prompt jar and my spinner wheel across all of April, pulling prompts and reading books as I go. So if you're interested in watching my whole saga of my April TBR, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that. And if you liked this video, make sure you give it a massive thumbs up and subscribe down below to see future content from me. I'll have weekly reading vlogs coming out in April, so be sure to subscribe and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.